Welcome to the chessboard. Like and subscribe to enjoy even more games. Pawn to e4 is the best move.
Control of the center with d5, preparing to develop other pieces and potentially creating space for the bishop on c4.
Pawn to c4.
This is a book move. The opening is called Réti Opening, advanced variation.
Pawn to e3 is the best move.
Knight to c6 is the best move.
Pawn to b4 is the best move.
Pawn to g6 is excellent. Knight to c6 is best. This develops a knight.
Pawn to b4 is the best move.
Bishop to g7.
Pawn to d3.
Developing the knight to a strong central square, preparing to control the pawn to d5 square and potentially attacking the white pawn on d3.
Pawn to e3.
Knight to c6 is best. This develops a knight.
Pawn captures on d4 is the best move.
Kingside castle.
Pawn to a3 is good. Pawn captures on d4 is best. This is a trade. This attacks the pawn.
I played pawn to e5 to challenge black's control of the center and create space for my pieces to develop. This move also pins black's knight on c6, making it harder for them to maneuver.
Pawn captures on d4 is best. This is a trade. This attacks the pawn. This move gains a tempo.
Pawn captures on d4 is best. This is a trade.
Pawn to b4 is the best move.
Bishop to g4 is good. This develops a bishop. Bishop to f5 is best. This attacks the pawn. This develops a bishop.
Pawn to h3 is the best move.
Knight captures on e4.
Rook captures on e4 is the best move.
Pawn to f5.
Rook to e1 is the best move.
Rook to a8 is good. This offers a trade. By placing the rook on an open file, it controls important columns. Pawn to h6 is best.
Bishop to g5 is good. This attacks the queen. This develops a bishop. Rook captures on e8 check is best. This is a trade.
Queen to c7 is a strong move, attacking Grigory's pawn on pawn to e4 and preparing to develop the rest of the queenside pieces. It also puts pressure on black's position, forcing him to respond to the potential for it.
Bishop to f4.
Queen to d7 is the best move.
Queen to d2.
Rook captures on e2 is best. This is a trade.
Queen captures on e2 is best.
Rook to e8 is the best move.
Queen to d2.
Bishop captures on f3 is best. This is a trade.
Bishop captures on f3 is best.
Pawn to b6 is good. This defends a pawn on c5. Knight to e5 is best. This offers a trade. This attacks the bishop.
Rook to e1 is a solid move, supporting the central pawn on pawn to e4 and preparing to develop the rest of the pieces. It also pins the knight on c6, making it harder for black to maneuver.
Rook captures on e1 check.
Queen captures on e1 pins the black king on f7, creating a potential weakness. The move also opens up the d-file for the rook to potentially use later and puts pressure on the black pawn on s7.
Knight to e7.
Pawn to b4 is the best move.
I play bishop to f8 to prepare for the potential pawn storm on the queen side, supporting the pawn to b5 push and preparing to potentially create a passed pawn on the queen side. This move also helps to control the pawn to d5 square, which is a key strategic location.
Pawn to b4 is excellent. This offers a trade. Bishop to f4 is best.
Pawn to h6.
Pawn to b5 is good. Pawn captures on c5 is best. This is a trade.
Pawn to g5 is best. This attacks the bishop.
Bishop to d2 is good. This defends a queen on e1. Bishop to b8 is best.
Attacking the kingside pawn structure, knight to g6 prepares to develop the rest of the pieces and puts pressure on black's position, specifically targeting the kingside pawns and potentially creating a weakness on the kingside.
Pawn to f4.
Bishop to d6.
I played bishop to h5 to attack Grigory's kingside pawn structure and prepare for a potential kingside break. The pin on Grigory's knight on pawn to f6 also makes it difficult for him to defend against the potential attack on his king.
King's safety and pawn structure are the primary concerns. By moving the king to g7, I'm preparing to castle kingside and supporting the pawn on d4. This move also slightly weakens the kingside, but it's a necessary trade-off to maintain overall pawn structure and control of the center.
Pawn to f5. The game is over. It ended in a draw.